Hello and welcome back to more of my Final Doom playthrough. Now, some of you eagle-eyed people out there might notice again the ammo and supplies disparity, and again there is a very good reason for this. I carried on the playthrough of this before, and to be brutally honest, I wasn't very happy with it. Let me just save here. Sometimes, when you're doing these recordings, you start out and you're okay, you're enjoying it, you think you're going to be alright doing the recording, and then you kind of quickly realise you're not in a good mindset, you're not in the best place to be doing this, and you can be sort of like start getting angry in the recording, and it just isn't good. It's not. You think to yourself, "Oh, people aren't going to enjoy watching this," or if like I know some people how they listen to this stuff, they treat it almost like a podcast. You're doing something else, and I was getting quite kind of frustrated playing it, probably a little bit tired mentally this morning, and the couple of levels were sort of challenging, and part of me was sort of mindful. I guess I was dwelling too much on the fact of how long it was taking me to do these levels, and sort of keeping an eye on the time. It was like I was on the level after this, Titan Manor. I was like 50 minutes playing it because I just got completely lost. I didn't know what to do. I still don't, to be honest with you. But I was getting like really wound up by it, and the sort of when watching it back, it was like, I don't know how to describe it really. Well, not aggressive, but just sort of whingy and whiny, and sort of like, oh god, this is crap kind of thing, and that's not what I wanted to convey in playing the game. I do love playing Doom, but sometimes you're not in the right mindset, and the game's being a bit bullshitty with you, and that's kind of what was going on really, and I was like not enjoying it, not impressed, and just not in a nice place with it. And I don't want to put that up really, but I do this thing where I don't do multiple saves on the game, and I just have one save file. It's kind of like some people might call it like Iron Man. Oh bloody hell, Iron Man rules. For me it's just how I play the game, and consequently with this it was like, oh, this is not good, like I sort of lost the plot with it, sort of like was calling out the sort of design of the level thing. Like, some people might call it having a DSP moment, but you kind of committed it. you know, and I committed to the game save, and I thought, well, just, you know, you'll have to just stick with it now because you've committed to it. But I was like, no, I'm not putting that all. I'm not putting that out there. It's too whingy, it's too whiny and complaining, you know. I don't mind showing myself being crap at a game, but, you know, you just do have to be mindful of the fact that you're putting these videos up primarily for myself, but, you know, people are going to watch them, and you do have to respect that. You know, you can't expect people to come back to watching your videos if all you're ever conveying in those videos is just being, you know, being overly can't pick that up. Normally just like, there we go, very awkward to pick them up. Yeah, it's not what you want to convey, it's not what you want to put out there, and you have to make that sort of decision, you know, be like, no, I'm not going to do that, I'm not going to put that out there, and, you know, I'm going to do it again, you know, redo it, and, you know, do a better job of it, really. Alright, now ironically enough, I did this first time okay. Let's see if I can repeat that feat. He lived far too long. So, always get tagged. So what we're going to do, and I think as I pointed out in the video, this is a really awkward, why we're not doing it. It's a really awkward thing, this level. And I think, like, this was the first level in playing Doom where I realised that it really was a bit of a troll, because, oh god, I've made a mess of this, and I'm probably going to lose health. No, it's the wrong one. I'm on a timer. To get the stuff, oh Jesus, nah, forget it. I'm not risking my health just for picking up that. Yeah, there's basically, I'll show you on the map there, I can't, where I'm sort of, my arrow's pointing, that wall, you can walk around the perimeter of that wall to get to the yellow key. When I first played this, that was not apparent. It's there because you can't see it. There's nothing that visually that shows you that you can walk on the wall. Why would you even think it? So you look here and you go, well, when you come back over here, well, how the hell do I get the yellow key? Because there's nothing. Well, just as a little tip, where I'm pointing the gun there, yeah, you can carefully walk around the perimeter of the wall and get the yellow key. And that has been the only way I've ever known to be able to do that. And the hours I wasted when I first played this game, the absolute hours I can't do anything about that. Because of that, was a criminal. I think, yeah, I was gonna say, oh, something's opened up somewhere. Oh my god, oh my god, oh, you see now, I didn't want to go down here. You know, I do think some levels in Doom are just designed to annoy. And I suppose it depends on your own perspective of things, but I don't find that entertaining. There's some levels in Final Doom that I think are truly bloody awful. And they're not enjoyable. And I think that the objective that they saw was, well, we want to make it more difficult than Doom 2. Okay, you know, I could get that. But you still have to make it enjoyable. You have to make the experience enjoyable. That's the primary reason people play games. They want to enjoy it, and a challenge is one thing, but when something is very troll-like in how it's put forward, it sucks all of the life out of it. It sucks the enjoyment out of it, and then you start to be resentful of it. I don't think that's very good gameplay. That's just my personal opinion. I think that there is opportunity to create things that are challenging, but at the same time entertaining. That's really where the focus should lie. I just think making something that's just purely there to piss the gamer off isn't good. And I feel that way with some of the levels in Final Doom, that I'm in the shit here. Bloody hell. I think I got off quite lightly there. Now, what's opening? Oh, it's that. Yeah, I as I say, I think that when if you're designing it and it's like, yes, we want to make it more difficult, or how are we going to go about doing that? We're going to just create something that, like, as you'll see when I get there, because I still didn't do it properly. It was actually while I was playing this level that's coming up, the next level, that I just started to get frustrated with the game. Where's he gone? He should have been telefragged there. I think that would have been fair. Save. we just do this? Yeah, as I was saying, like, out of yeah, having already played through this a little bit, I know what's coming. So, which way round to do it? We'll do it this way round. Ta-da! Arrivederci. Probably want to get a gun ready that I've got ammo for. That'd be nice. Hello, where's the... This is... There it is. Where the hell am I going? I've got the blue key, haven't I? That's what I picked up from here, right? There we go. So we need to find where the blue door is. Which I don't think is this way. I think it's... Nope. Nope. I know where it is. But yeah, I do think that sometimes with some games, the level design leaves a bit to be desired. Just had to hit me, didn't you? And this is... Let me just quickly say... No. I said save. So this was where I did start to get a bit agitated with the playthrough. And a lot of it is down to... I think sometimes when you're recording, and I suppose anybody that's ever done this, it does affect how you play games. And it's a bit of a weird thing, to be honest. You are mindful of how long it's taking you to do something. I think that's fair to say, and you're mindful of the viewing experience that somebody's having. But you have to remind myself as well that I'm not doing 100% walkthrough. It's a playthrough, and there's a difference in my view. A walkthrough is you're walking somebody through the game. You know, you're saying, like, basically hand-holding somebody through, showing them how to do things, showing them basically how to beat the game. And then within that there's different things, like people will say, right, this is 100% walkthrough, so it's not just about beating the game. That absolute annoying bastard up there. It's not just about beating the game, it's about 100% in it. So that would become the theme of your walkthrough, is I'm going to show you how to 100% complete the game. So there's that level of walkthrough. A playthrough is just like I'm playing through the game. This isn't a guide on how to do it. It's just me playing through the game and talking while I'm doing it. And that's the objective of what I'm doing with these videos. Because if I was doing a walkthrough, I'd be very mindful about how I was doing it. And I would want to do it as 100%. I mean, I've said before that is kind of something I do plan on doing in the future, but I love Doom. It's my favourite game, but it doesn't mean to say that I know everything about it. It doesn't mean to say that, you know, when I do a playthrough of it, or that I know where everything is. Like some of these levels I haven't played for years. You know, I do play other games. Like I say, somehow I'm going to die here because this damn thing won't scan up to hit that guy. It's very annoying when the game does this. But yeah, like it oh, it's not going to get there. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm coming from with it, is there are people out there that do bloody brilliant playthroughs and, well, walkthroughs, should I say, that do show you how to do these games far better than I can. But that's just not what I was setting out to do here. I just wanted to do a playthrough of Doom, and they're not to be taken as this is a guide. See, like that bit there, I had absolutely no way of remembering that that's what you do there. See, because I can't, and that lowers this, and then blah blah blah, onwards and upwards with it. Yeah, that was just something I had no clue about when playing it through before, and I'll probably get stuck again. But yeah, you do become quite mindful of it. But I've just got to get into my head with this while I'm doing this, that I'm not doing a playthrough, a walkthrough, and it's okay to stop a video without having finished a level and then just pick it up and come back to it. I kind of got fixated on the idea of stopping when I finish a level, which is what I'd like to do ideally, but that's not always going to be practical, because like I say, there's a lot of levels, like even with this one now, I'm not 100% certain what I'm doing. It's been a very long time since I played. Well, I mean, I played it through early, but I didn't finish this level. I say this was, I ended up sort of like having a bit of a fit, and using a level cheat. Well, basically giving me all the keys because I couldn't figure out how to get the red key. I had everything else. I'd done everything else, and the red key is what takes you through to the end of the game. And yeah, basically was just like losing it, trying to find the damn red key, because what's going on in my mind while doing this is the clocks are ticking, you know, like people are watching this, they're not going to be happy about it, you know, I'm taking this, and you think, you get hung up on it, and you're then thinking to yourself, well, hang on a minute, like, that's not the objective here. The objective isn't to do anything other than just play through. It's not a guide to how to do this. and it's not a speed run. You know, I would be practicing a hell of a lot more if that was the case. I still don't know what that does, you know. But yeah, just it's things like that you have to remind yourself, you know, this is what I'm doing is what I'm doing kind of thing, and it's not anything other than that. And not to get sort of too hung up about it. Well, you do want to be, you know, somewhat entertaining. You do want people to enjoy, you know, watching what you're doing and what have you. You know, at the end of the day. I think I've got everything there. Yeah, it was like I got that frustrated in the playthrough. I was trying to get out of that room, and it was like I was trying to do it in a very complicated way. And it was like, what are you doing? You know? Why are you getting so frustrated? Why are you sort of trying to do it to a time scale that's not relevant? See, there must be a switch somewhere that raises this the platform so I can get across and get the blue key. Now I'll be damned if I know where that is. Oh god. But yeah, there's also a thing as well, you know, not to labour on this point too much, but I think it's also fair to say that certain amounts of level design in games can be very frustrating, unnecessarily so, I think. See, now it's raised. Now why is that? What did I do that did that? Why didn't you go down? That should have dropped down. There we go. Alright, so do that, fall down here of course, because why not? You know, like, all that does I think is turn the lights on in here. Don't think it does anything else. This just takes you back to where I was before. See, this was where it was getting a bit frustrating because it was like, okay, I know where I've got to go, I know what I've got to do. Why can't I do it, you know? It's just like elements of frustration that come in. And one of the other things as well is I completely missed this bit. For some reason I thought that was a glitch, but clearly it isn't. But then it's like, okay, so I've got the blue key, I need the red key, and I flip that, and this is where I got really sort of frustrated with it, because I couldn't figure out what had activated in here. You know, like clearly something activated. See, this to me is just bloody annoying. It's telling me this is a secret area. But yeah, it's just like, okay, like, now what do I do? Like, I've got this, but now I need to do something, and it's something to do with these switches. I know that much. But it's like, what? How do you do this? Something is activated somewhere. Now I know there's when I go here and I go to there, I know that over there there's another switch like this. But I don't know. See, it's in there, but I don't know how you get to it. I know there's a secret thing here. I know I'm going to get shot again. Always. So this is going to raise a platform up here. But I don't think this has anything to do with the red key. Because I think all this is... I can think this just... Yeah, it's just to get the BFG 9000 if you don't have it. But I don't think this does anything else. I think that's it for that. I don't think that has any effect. So, yeah, this is... What the hell do we do now? This doesn't lower itself. It's just trying to find... Like, all of this I've done so far was sort of based on where I was at before. So it's not new stuff, if you know what I mean. But I'd love to know what... I hear something, but I'd love to know what lowers, what changes, should I say. Nothing happens with that. You know that when I flip that switch, nothing in here. That's entirely to do with that. That's to do with that. So yeah, that's the exit is through there. It's there. So And all that does is lower that down here. So, do we go up in here? Oh, hang on. Here we go. Now then, where are we? What's going on? Where am I? No, I didn't want to do that. Go back. Well, where am I here? No, stop doing that. The hell is this? Looks like a giant bed. Okay, so now we're on here. Oh, if I get on there, that's opened up this. There's the red key. God alone knows what the hell that's just done, but I flipped that switch anyway. But I've got the red key now, so now I'm happy. Now I'm happy. Now I feel like, yes, I have done this level and I don't need to blow anything up. As a result, I feel better now for having gone back to do this without going a bit mad. Because I was getting really frustrated. Oh my god, for that. Well, I didn't kill everything, but now I'm going to be trapped on Titan. And I think that's a good place to end this video. And yeah, I'll end it here and then I'll come back and then do the rest of or play the next one. It's only a couple of levels, I know, but like I say, I don't want to get too hung up on just thinking, oh, I've got to do so much or so many levels. Yeah, that'll do for now. So thank you for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.